This episode is basically the beginning of what I would like to call the Swimsuit Series. Are the boobs sitting pretty or are they sitting wah, wah, wah? Hey guys, I hope you're all good. Welcome to Busty Girls. So this episode is basically the beginning of what I would like to call the Swimsuit Series, and I'm going to be starting off doing one-piece swimsuits that I think would fit Busty Girls really well and just overall look great and work well when you have big boobs. There will be other parts in these series covering different other types of swimsuits, such as bikinis and anything else busty girl swimwear. So please stay tuned. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel so that you don't miss out on this really exciting swimsuit series that I've got in store for you guys. If you watched my Vlogmas episode, I think you would have seen how much of a challenge it is to find swimsuits when you have big boobs. And if you haven't watched my Vlogmas episode, please do go and check it out, just so that you can see the context that we have to deal with as busty girls with traditional retailers. And then when you're done, come back, right? So this episode is just to restore hope and give you back that confidence that, look, yes, things can be that bad, like in the vlog, but there is hope, there are solutions, there are options that are available for us. So that's what I'm going to be covering in this episode. And without wasting any more time, let's get straight into it. So the first swimsuit that I want to give a spotlight to is definitely the one that I'm wearing right now. If you're wondering what I'm wearing swimwear. I'm wearing a swimsuit. I know it looks like a fancy top, but it's really a swimsuit and literally one of my most favorite swimsuits in my closet. So I'll put up on the screen what it looks like, you know, on my body, why I love it. I feel like I don't even need to speak. Like, as you can see, there's like a million reasons for me to love this swimsuit. And this one is something that I actually bought online. I got it from Yellow Sub Trading, so I will put up a screenshot as well so you guys can see the model in the swimsuit. And I know when you look at the model, you're probably gonna look at me like, how the hell did you pull it off? You know, because when you're looking at the model in the picture, it's giving made for people without breasts. But as you know, I'm an ambitious girl, so I was like, I really like this swimsuit and I don't know if it's gonna fit me, but I'm gonna take a chance. And I took a chance on it. I bought it in an extra large and it was a perfect fit from day one. I tried it on, the boobs were sitting pretty. Everything about the swimsuit is a 10 out of 10. I love it so much. I wish I could buy it in every single color. They do have it in 4 different colors. I own it in 2 colors, and if you follow me on social media, I think you've already seen the other color, which is black, but I'll give the black one its flowers too in a second. But getting into the swimsuit, guys, the coverage on the breast, I think that's obviously the first thing that I love, right? And then the support. My boobs are not looking like they're fighting for dear life. You know, there is support. I don't constantly feel like, you know, I need to do something to get extra support. And then it has these gathers or like ruching on the tummy area. So if you're somebody who has belly concerns and you don't want to show your tummy, I think that's a nice detail to sort of not really hide, but I guess complement what you already have. And then it has cutouts, and I just love a cutout, you know, so it has personality. It's just a 10 out of 10, guys. And then the fabric is also really comfortable. I absolutely, like, when I have to wear swimwear, this is usually my go-to. I usually have to fight myself to wear something else, but this one is always the easiest thing for me to wear, and it's one item and easy to put on, so it just works, right? It just it just really works. So I loved it so much in the orange, and then I definitely got it in another color, and I got it in black. You know, the black I've definitely worn more than the orange, because I'm somebody who generally wears a lot of black more frequently, but I love them equally. You know, the black is also just as beautiful in my opinion. It also has its own place in my closet. So usually it's a competition. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna wear the black one because last time I wore the orange one, and then sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna wear the orange one. You know, I usually alternate between these two swimsuits a lot. And if you look at these two swimsuits, they also look very similar, not surprisingly, to the only swimsuit that I managed to find in store when I was filming the Vlogmas episode, right? So that blue swimsuit that I found at Woolworths, very similar. And maybe I love them because this is just a style that I gravitate to. It's a style that I like. But I know I also really love them because they really just work well. You know, if you're a busty girl, you're not gonna fight for your life. It's an extra large that extra larges, and all of these swimsuits are extra larges, and the extra larges are doing the right thing. So I absolutely love it. I would say 10 out of 10, but I've decided that from now on I'm gonna start giving things proper ratings according to different criteria. So in the swimsuit series, I'm going to give everything that I show you a rating out of 10 based on 4 different criteria. The first one is style, right? The style of the swimsuit, is it fashionable or not? Is it beautiful or not, right? That's what we're essentially going to be evaluating. Is it stylish or not? The second one is going to be quality. Is it a quality item? Some things really look good, but the quality of the fabric is not so great, which might not necessarily be something that other people like. The next one is going to be support. You know, are the boobs sitting pretty, or are they sitting you know? So the next one is support. Is it a boob friendly swimsuit? That's like, for me, this is like one of the most important, but all the others are also important. And then the last one, which is also an important one because it's swimwear, is it swim friendly? Does it pass the swim test? Are you gonna jump into the water and your boobs are gonna be outside? Or is it secure? You know, is it gonna keep everything intact? So that's going to be the last criteria that I'm gonna measure every single swimsuit that I ever review according to the Swimsuit series. So starting with this style, both the black and the orange, they're both the same size, by the way, guys. Both black and orange, I got them in an extra large, same size. But as far as the rating is concerned, when it comes to style, I would absolutely give this swimsuit a 10 out of 10. It looks amazing. I feel like it speaks for itself. Like, it's just a stunning swimsuit. I think it's a good balance between being classy and being sexy, which is something that I really like. You know, it's not too revealing, which is another thing that I really like, but it's also not too conservative and too boring. You know, the thing about one-piece swimsuits that I normally don't like is that they just don't show enough skin. So this for me is showing enough skin, but unlike a bikini, it's not showing too much skin, you know. So very stylish in my opinion, and I got this in 2021, and it's still something that I can wear today. So I think in terms of style, I still give it a 10 out of 10. Then we go into quality. I think when it comes to quality, I would give this swimsuit a 7 out of 10. And the only reason why I'm giving it a 7 out of 10, it would be an 8 or a 9 if the material was thicker, you know, and also because I don't know, like there's just some manufacturing elements that I feel like could have been improved on a little bit. But the main one is just that the quality is, the fabric, excuse me, is very thin. It's a very thin, very light fabric. And I just feel like it would look so much better or feel and fit so much better if it were a thicker material. So for that reason, I think the quality I will give a 7 out of 10. And then the next one is the support. Are the boobs sitting pretty or what? I would let you guys be the judge of that, but for my personal preference in terms of support, I think I would give this one a 9 out of 10. And it's not a 10 because I think there is room for improvement. And sometimes I do have to, fix and adjust from a support perspective, but it's very close to being a 10. It's a 9, just because my boobs feel comfortable. Even though my boobs are not gravity defying, I don't feel like, oh my God, they don't look good. I feel, for the most part, really comfortable, and I feel really well supported. And then the other measure of support for me is my back. How does my back feel, and my shoulders? Both of these things feel very comfortable. Whenever I wear the swimsuit, I'm always comfortable. I'm comfortable to chill and sit and just do things. I feel supported. I don't feel self-conscious about support, so that's why I'm giving it a 9. And then the last one, which is the swim test, right? When it comes to the swim test, unfortunately, I would have to give the swimsuit a 5 out of 10. I wanted to say 3, but I think a 3 would be a little bit harsh. 5 out of 10 because, look, you can definitely be in water. You can be in water. You can. I've been in like swimming pools and the beach in both of these swimsuits. Everywhere where there's water, these swimsuits have been there, and they're fine. You can swim. And maybe for context, I haven't done like hectic swimming in a long time, like body backstroke and butterfly, and I haven't done that in a while, like swim. I'm usually just in the water. So for being in the water, I'd give it a 5, but for proper swimming, I don't think it will work. I think your boobs will definitely fall out. I think if you try and dive in the swimsuit, your boobs will be outside. I mean, sometimes even just bending forward to pick up something, you have to fix it. So can you imagine if a strong wave comes and blows you and hits you at the beach and you fall down? I think you might have to protect your breasts when you get up, and I think if you jump into the pool, you also have to protect your breasts. So I don't think I'd give it a 10 for a swim test because I don't think it's that secure. And I think this has a lot to do with the quality of the fabric. Like if the fabric were thicker and it were more firm and tighter, there wouldn't be a lot of room for your boobs to, move around. So adding all of these together, that basically gives me 31 out of 40, which works out to an average score of about 7.75 out of 10. And if you round it up, that's basically an 8 out of 10, which I think is absolutely accurate for this swimsuit. So the next swimsuit is what I like to call the green mamba, and it is this swimsuit right here. I don't know why I called it the green mamba, but from day one when I got it, I was like, this is gonna be the green mamba. I don't even know. It does have like a pattern textured type of thing that's sort of snake printy. I think maybe that's part of the reason. It looks like a plant, but it also looks like an animal skin at the same time. I love the texture of this swimsuit. Now this swimsuit, I got this one from my favorite place. You guys know I got it from Shein, and this is the model picture that basically inspired me to get it. And when I looked at the model and I looked at myself this time around, I was like, girl, you and I, it's giving same WhatsApp group, and I loved how the model's boobs looked in the swimsuit, so I got it. Again, it's another one-piece swimsuit, but it has personality. I studied the front, I studied the back. Other things that I saw that I really love, in fact, is the fact that it has these thick straps that are also adjustable. I was like, Shein, it looks like you're fighting. And then the other thing I really love is the cut of the panty. And I know I didn't speak about the cut of the panty actually, even with this one. I love the cut of the panty. Like sometimes when you buy plus size swimwear, the cut of the panty is giving grandma. It's not giving sexy young thing, So I like these panty cuts that are a lot higher up. I don't like the ones that are like tuck your whole stomach. I don't want to tuck my whole stomach in, I want to show a little bit of this thigh area. So even with this one, I love the cut of the panty. It's high, and I feel like as a result, it elongates my leg because I have very short legs. So it gives me length and it doesn't cut me off and make me look stunning. So even with this one, the cut of the leg, I was like, okay, it's not the normal cut of the leg or panty that Shein normally goes for. Based on the picture, it was giving, you are gonna look amazing, all right? And so this is how I look in the swimsuits, you know? Now, I don't know if I look amazing in it, but yeah, I look. And here's my challenge and my only challenge with the swimsuit. I mistakenly got the wrong size with the swimsuit and I don't even know why. I'm just trying to check again. I think I got a 1XL and I needed to get a 2XL. So I feel like as a result of me not getting the right size, where's the size label on this thing? Guys, it doesn't have a size label, but yeah, I recall that I got a 1XL on the swimsuit, and I'll explain to you guys why I did this just now, you know. I got a 1XL, and even I think on Shein they were saying the model is wearing a 1XL, so I was, again, I'm me and the model, same WhatsApp group, but it turns out I definitely needed to size up, you know, and it was a mistake. Because even at the time when I got it, I was definitely a lot bigger than I am. Not a lot bigger, but I was bigger than I am now. You know, when I wore it now recently for this, it definitely fit better, but the coverage on the boobs is still not 100% where I want it to be, you know. So it's giving sexy, it's giving Instagram model. You know, I know there are other busty girls who do wear swimsuits like this and they do, you know, go out like this. I'm not a fan of spillage in this area and on the side. Like if I'm showing cleavage here, I don't want to show cleavage here. So as a result of the size that I got, I didn't get enough coverage. You know, I even had to take out the padding. It does come with that padding. I even had to take it out just to try and make it stretch more. And the other thing that happens is that once you tie it, it does become smaller and you have to keep trying to stretch it over your boobs and then it's not working. And I was like, man, I think had I gotten a 2XL, I would have definitely gotten a lot more coverage. Now it would not have fit my lower body as well as this one does, but I could have altered it. You know, I would have rather sacrificed this part than this. But Yonasham is sexy. You know, I can ramble on the wrong size. It is very sexy. It's just too sexy for my personal preference. As I said, other busty girls, this is how they look. Some even cover less of their breasts from what I've seen, and different strokes for different folks. But for this folk, more coverage for me is better. But other than that, I really love the material. It's a good quality material, beautiful color. It's a beautiful swimsuit and it's really comfortable. And I think overall I would recommend it as a boob-friendly swimsuit. I would say go and get it, but it's already sold out, guys. It's been sold out. The best you can do is just to screenshot the pictures and go and try find something else that's similar, you know. I wanted to actually get the 2XL and then I don't know what I was gonna do with this one to redeem and see if it'll get better, but it was literally, by the time it got delivered to me, it was already sold out because it's that stunning. Hopefully Shein remakes it, but if they don't, they do have other swimsuits of a similar style to this one that you can go for. You know, sometimes I think when you guys look at these things, think of, okay, the style that I'm recommending, it doesn't have to be exactly the item, you know. So yeah, let's score it according to the criteria. So the first one being style. When it comes to style, I will also give the swimsuit a 10 out of 10. I think it's stylish. Similar comments to this, the one that I'm wearing right now. It's classy enough, it's sexy enough, it's conservative enough, showing skin in the right places. Size issues aside, it's showing skin in the right places. It's fashion forward. It's something that I think you can even wear for the next 3 years to come. So definitely stylish, a 10 out of 10. When it comes to support, this is where we have challenges. When it comes to support, I would give it a 3 out of 10, unfortunately. There's absolutely no support with the swimsuit. As much as I was very excited about the straps and this, it literally gives you no lift. like no lift. I have to do this other hack, which I can show you guys in a separate video, to get a little bit of an extra, like to try and lift it up a little bit more. But as it is, if your boobs are not gravity defying, it will not help you defy gravity. It will do nothing as far as lifting, and as a result it will strain your shoulders, it will strain your back. You know, even the hack that I do is not the most comfortable hack, but it's something to just help with the lift and the support. So yeah, no, support is unfortunately not great, so 3 out of 10. Quality, the quality, this is especially for Shein, you know, actually not especially for Shein has really good quality swimwear. For quality, I'd definitely give this I'd give this a 10 out of 10. It almost feels as good as the Imbe one, you know. Very strong, very firm material. It's not soft material at all. Like, it's a very you know, it's not that material where you can see that they really got the cheapest spandex. So I think I'm even giving it a 10, especially considering even where I got it from. I think this is a high quality clothing item. And then swim test. Hey. So swim test on this one. Here's the thing, I've not been in water in it and I've not swam in it. I've only just taken pictures and looked good in it. You know, I've looked like I was going to swim in it. I didn't buy it to swim in it, not really anyway. So I don't really know how it would perform in water, but just by the virtue of the challenges I'm already having with the fit on the boobs, I don't think it's gonna do well in water. I don't think you can swim in it, dive in it. You know, I think you can just look good in water, but be very minimal with your actions. So I'd give it a 5, and I would give it a 3 if I knew, I think. But because I don't really know how it performs in water, I'm gonna give it a 5 and say it's 50-50, could go either way. But as I'm predicting or looking at it, I think your boobs will definitely be outside with this one. So if you get a swimsuit like this, or if you had to get this one specifically, just know it's not for the water. It's not for you to become an Olympic champion swimmer. No, it's just for you to look pretty. Okay, so adding up the total score for the swimsuit, it basically gives me a 28 out of 40. And if I make an average score out of 10, this becomes smack bang in the middle, a 7 out of 10, which I also agree is a perfect score for this swimsuit, right? Now let's move on to the next swimsuit. Okay, and then last but certainly not least is this yellow mellow number, which I also got from Shein. So I don't know if they still have this one available either, guys, but I'll put up on the screen just so you guys can see what it looked like on the model. Also a plus size swimsuit, so I absolutely love it. I got this one in a 1XL, and surprisingly it was actually quite big, like really big, especially on the lower part, right? And then also I also had to alter this part because it doesn't have adjustable straps and I wanted a lift, so I had to make this like smaller so that it can lift up more. And then I also had to alter this area so that it can be a lot tighter because it was quite big. But the coverage on the boobs is something that I'm quite happy with. Obviously it's not full coverage, like full coverage, but it's more than enough coverage for my tatas. And I think this 1XL is probably the 1XL that made me get a 1XL in that other green number. But anyway, this was definitely one of the first one-piece swimsuits that I got from Shein. I love the color. I love that it's a very simple swimsuit, but it's also effective. Again, falls smack bam in the middle of conservative, but showing a little bit of skin, you know. So it's like simple, but it has personality. The only two things I really don't like about the swimsuit, I don't like the cut of the panty. Now this is that cut of the panty I was talking about, where it's just like all of your rolls get tucked into the swimsuit, and then it just makes you look it just shapes your tummy in an unflattering way. So I don't like the cut of this panty at all. I wish it went in a lot more. And then I also don't like how it ties at the back. It has this hooking. This hooking nonsense is just an absolute nightmare. It's admin, and as a result, it also sometimes just unstraps quite easily when you don't hook it properly. I feel like they could have done without this. They could have just made it already sewn together. Don't need to open, don't need to close. But I'm guessing they were trying to think of like if you have boobs and you need to stretch it around. It's just, it's such a schlep to put the swimsuit on. I think those are the only two things I don't like. And I feel like it would be more flattering and look really more sexy and amazing if the panty were different. I've even tried to think about maybe I should try and get the panty altered and just like open it up a little bit more. Like, I understand it's plus size swimwear and other big girls may not want to show their it's not even the fupa, but it's, I don't know what it's called, this part of the fat that's between your tummy and your leg. But I just feel like showing that skin, as I said, it elongates the leg, so it really makes it look good. But yeah, on my body it still looks good. Like, even with all the alterations, even, I had to make it work. I really had to make it work, but it worked and it still looks good. And please don't let the fact that I had to make it work make it sound like it's not a good swimsuit for busty girls. For me, this is something you just need to make peace with the fact that you're gonna have to do, similar to how women with big bums have to alter their jeans to fit their waist, altering clothes to fit your boobs. It's just part of the journey, because nobody is really making exclusively for big women swimsuits yet. So, or not nobody, but it's hard to find boob-friendly swimsuits. So the making it work for me is just the equivalent of altering your pants to fit your waist. It's just the same amount of admin. Everybody has their admin that they need to go through, and this is just our cross that we need to carry. But if you don't like the fact that you need to do those alterations, then you don't need to buy a one-piece swimsuit, rather buy bikinis. But if you want a one-piece swimsuit, understand that because of the different proportions of your body, you're going to have to make certain adjustments in other areas, So yeah, for me, I think it looks good on my body, lecture aside. It's just the cut of the panty, like really only just the cut of the panty that I would change when it comes to the swimsuit. Okay, so let's get into rating it, right? The first one being style. I think a style, I give it a 9 out of 10 because I do think it's really stylish. And I think the only reason why I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 is because of the cut of the panty. The cut of the panty is giving, my mom would rather wear this rather than me, For a young girl, fine ting, painting like me, no, the cut of the panty is where I really just minus points. It makes it less stylish. It makes it a little bit more mature. But overall, I think it's a pretty color. I think it's trendy. Again, I also got this in 2021, I think, and I'm still wearing it even today. It's still relevant. It's still stylish. It's just the cut of the panty where I will minus a point, right? So 9 for style. Then we go to support. Support, I think I'll give it a 10 out of 10 because the cups are still in there and the coverage is really good. Okay, maybe correction, I'll give it a 9 because as a standalone with the size that I got, it was not giving support, but then I had to get the shoulders altered so that it can give support. So with the alterations, I'll give it a 9. Without the alterations, I probably would have given it a 3, similar to the green one. So with the alterations, I'll give it a 9 for support. The support is really good. It's not the kind of swimsuit where I have to fuss and fight, shoulders don't hurt, back is fine. It's comfortable enough, but you have to get it to that level. So just be mindful of that. And then, I don't know, what is the next thing, guys? I've even forgotten the criteria. Oh, the quality. Again, another quality swimsuit. Very, very thick. The material is thick. I love it. The only thing I don't love, the pads are just, they'll give you a tough time. Sometimes they fold in. The pads are not quality, so I'll give it a 9 for quality, but for a sheen, it's really a 10, guys. Thick, not flimsy, it's even lined, whereas this one is not lined, it's just material. This is lined, the previous one is also lined. It's just like this quality from Shein, excuse me, but I'll give it a 9 out of 10 because when it comes to the cups and certain other things, and even the hook situation, yeah, 9 out of 10. So far we are on 9s all around, so that's interesting. But yeah, 9 out of 10 for the quality. And then the last one is a swim test. Swim test, I would also give it a 9. I want to say 10, but the problem is I haven't done, like I said, Hi guys. So as I was trying to say, I want to give it a 10, but the issue is that I have not done any like intense swimming. Like I've not done deep stroke, backstroke, dive into the pool. So I don't know if it will stand the test of time. But I have been in water in it and it was fine. And generally wearing it, it's fine, you know. I think even at the beach, you'll be fine. You won't just bend forward and your boobs will be outside. Speaking of which, I think it's okay. So I'm gonna say 9 just to be safe, but it could easily be a 10. The day I decide to really swim, maybe I'll evaluate it again and then come back and give it another score if necessary. But yeah, I think a 9 out of 10 is a good enough score as far as the swim test, and I think that's the highest score out of all of these ones so far, so that should tell you a lot. So the overall score for the Yellow Mellow swimsuit from Shein works out to a whopping 36 out of 40, and as an average score out of 10, it makes the swimsuit a 9 out of 10. Wow, guys. Now, does this mean the yellow one is my favorite swimsuit? Absolutely not. This is my favorite swimsuit, but in terms of all the criteria that I mentioned, I do think it's the one that performed the best. So the 9 out of score 10 basically means out of all of these ones, I think it's the one that is definitely the most boob friendly, the one that's most secure, busty girl, certified, approved. You get what I'm trying to do, you know? So yeah guys, I think I've given you enough information for you guys to go and make informed choices about one-piece swimsuits for busty girls if you're looking for that sort of thing. Again, you don't have to go for exactly the ones that I put up here. This is just to guide you in terms of style and thinking and sizes and all of those things. You can obviously go for whatever style or thing that you like, and the more I keep coming across more styles, the more I'm going to try them on and share them with you guys. I will link these ones for as long as they're still available. In my previous video, I tried to link items, but I don't even know if the links worked. Guys, let me know in the comments if the links are working. If they're not, maybe just copy and paste the text. I'm sorry. But I will try to link the items if you specifically want to get these items, and if they're sold out, hopefully you can find something similar. But yeah, otherwise that's the end of this part of the swimsuit series and the end of today's video. In the next part, I'm going to be doing bikinis, so please make sure that you have subscribed and share this video with as many people as possible so more busty girls can benefit. And if you like what you saw today, please hit the like button, and of course, as always, because I absolutely love your guys' comments, please don't forget to comment. Let me know in the comment section which of these swimsuits did you like, which one would you be getting for yourself as a busty girl, or if you know any other swimsuits that I haven't tried that you know are boob friendly, please do let me know, guys. I'm always on the lookout, as I said. But otherwise, that is all for today. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Bye.